Okay, Shalom.
Shalom.
Before we begin, we're going to give infinite praise, honor, and glory to
Yahweh,
Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem,
Ba'Hashem,
Rukakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone and GMS who rule well and who taught us this truth. And peace and salutations be unto your fellow brethren that are pushing out this word of sincerity and in truth. All right? I'm the brother Isaiah from the DC camp.
Another brother Shamaria from the DC camp.
And Lord's will, today's topic is going to be upon going into one of the tribes, the 12 tribes of Israel, which consists of you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. All right? And one of the tribes, that being, is Issachar. All right? Which the tribe of Issachar consists of you so-called Mexicans. All right? You Chicanos too, as well, because the Chicanos are well, that's what they call themselves. You know, people that so-called Mexicans that are born in America. But beyond all that,
you so-called people go calling yourself Mexican. They're Mexican on your father's side. Mm-hmm. You would be from the tribe of Issachar, according to the scriptures. Okay, and we're gonna bring out scriptures proving that Issachar are you so-called Mexicans. Okay?
Yeah, because your history doesn't just go back to the Aztecs or the Mayans and all that. Your history goes back way back all the way to the children of God, Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai.
Yeah, your ancestry doesn't begin at Mexico. All right, we had a customs,
a rich history.
Yeah, we actually have a rich history. We go back to Israel. We go back to the so-called Middle East, I believe. That's what they call it. But we go over there to the land of Israel. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but we don't we didn't come from the.
It's technically the Middle East, right? Yeah. Anyway.
Either way, the so-called Mexicans are indeed apart from the tribe of Issachar, which indeed goes back to Jacob, all right, which is the forefather of the progenitor of the 12 tribes.
Yeah.
And just know that the so-called Mexicans are Israelites, according to the Bible.
So-called Mexicans are descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
Yep. According to the prophecies, which you're going to get into, and the curses as well, because you fall well under the curses.
Oh yeah.
All right, being of course, you can't forget about the relationship between the Edomites and the so-called white man, the devil that the Bible speaks of. All right, in his precious little kingdom, America. All right, the kingdom America. Yeah. All right. So that's what we're going to be getting into. So Lord's will, just go enough rambling on.
Yep, this is the book of Genesis, chapter 49. And I'm going to start at verse 1 and then skip down to 14.
Oh, okay. Yeah, perfect.
And Jacob called unto his sons and said, Gather yourselves together, that I may tell you that which shall befall you in the last days.
Yeah, like I said, our forefather Jacob, later his name was changed to Israel, all right? He said that gather yourselves together, talking about all his sons, all right? And he said that this is going to befall you in the last days, meaning what? He's about to prophesy. Yeah, right? He's about to tell you something that's going to happen, and it hasn't happened yet. Yeah. And some of the things that he said has happened, some of the things hasn't happened. Okay, there's many examples, many prophecies, and more so. Of course, Issachar in the Hebrew is Yashashkar, all right, Yashashkar, all right, which means he is higher. Which even that's a nomen omen, which means destiny in the name, and it's like name prediction, and that was even prophecy as of right now. As of in this eon, so to speak, which eon means age, because that wasn't pertaining to back then, all right? Because we were in captivity, the Israelites, they were never known for being hired at that time. So what is that talking about? That's talking about now, all right? Which we'll get into that as well, man. The Spirit beareth witness.
Yeah, and because when you read Genesis the 49th chapter, it's our forefather Yaquab, or Jacob in the Hebrew would be Yaquab. Later his name changed to Yasher Allah, or Israel. In the Hebrew would be Yasher Allah. He was prophesying, unto basically his sons, the tribes, because he was, the descendants of these men, because, he was these are the progenitors of the 12 patriarchs. Okay, so let me see. Genesis 49 and 14. Issachar, which we said, in the Hebrew is Yashashkar, which means he is hired.
Right.
All right. Which is a nomen, name prediction, man. Because, hey, let's read it.
It's prophetical.
Yep. Verse 14, Genesis 49 and 14. Issachar is a strong ass couching.
Yeah, give me verse 2. Verse 2, then go to...
Genesis 49:2. Gather yourselves together, and hear, ye sons of Jacob, and hearken unto Israel your father.
Yeah, right, because you so-called Mexicans, all right, you are indeed Issacharites according to the Bible, whether you like it or not, whether you want to accept it or you want to be a proud Chicano or Chicano, whatever, you are indeed the true one of the tribes of the true biblical Israelites, all right, next to your brethren, the so-called Negroes and other Hispanic tribes, and so-called Hispanic tribes and the native Indians, all right, of North America. Those are indeed your brothers, all right. And when Jacob was talking to his sons, okay, really, through the Spirit, he was actually talking about his descendants, not them themselves. Obviously, he was going to be talking to what's going to happen to their sons and their sons' sons and the generations beyond that.
Yeah, because these men were progenitors of these tribes.
Right.
All right.
So it's talking about more so to their descendants. Which is us today, the reincarnation.
Because when you read down, these are prophecies that befell and prophecies that still, some of these still have to come to pass.
Yep. You can get it.
Verse Genesis 49:14. Issachar is a strong ass couching down between two burdens. Couching down between two burdens. You got North America and South America, man. You see it right here on the map. That you see right here. Because you see the land with the color that's Mexico, and then up above you see America, all right? America, America, and then what below would be South America.
Central and South America.
Yeah,
right? That's what it's talking about.
Mm-hmm. And verse 15, let me see. Here we go. I'm going to just get to the point of verse 15 that we want to get. Mm-hmm. And he saw that rest was, and he saw that rest was good, and the land that it was pleasant, and bowed his shoulder to bear, and became a servant unto tribute. Yeah, which is what? You see that happening right now. So, give me 1 second. Yep. Yeah, became a servant unto tribute. That perfectly describes the tribe of Issachar, man. All right? Because what? Issachar is always willing to work, man. All right? What happens when Issachar immigrates here to America?
Hey, Romans 8:16.
Yeah, let's get that. Yeah, because what? You see Issachar, when the tribe of Issachar comes to America, man, of course, all the tribes, when they immigrate to America, they work, but not like Issachar, though, Yeah, Issachar is willing to work. Yeah, Romans 8:16. The Spirit itself beareth witness with our spirit that we are the children of the Most High.
Right, so there's a certain spirit that the scriptures talk about, a certain scriptures that it upholds. And essentially what? The children of the Most High, they're going to match exactly how the scriptures describe them as. Whether it be, prophecy or the way they acted, the way they did this and that, and the way they act, the way they carried out solutions or problems. Just anything according to the scriptures, anything according to the word, it would be connected spiritually towards the children of the Heavenly Father, which is Israel, and especially everyone knows about it too. What is the curses? That's like the perfect. I wouldn't say perfect, but that's where the majority of that word and how we know where Israelites come from. The curses of Deuteronomy 28 and 15 and on down to 68. Yep.
If I could say, also, there's certain things that the tribes do that. You think to yourself, whoa, that could only show and further prove that we're Israelites, Give me 1 second. I want to get one precept.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, after the
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. Because the majority of these things, it cannot be by coincidence. All right.
Yeah, because if I could say, when you look at Issachar, for example, when you look at Issachar. They, for example, the poncho. Just a quick example. Mm-hmm. They have a poncho, for example, right?
That goes back to the law, right?
Yeah, it looks just like a garment because what's contained within the law. And I want to get this real quick in the book of Romans before we continue on. Because when you look at a Mexican poncho, what does it have? It has fringes. Yep. It might not have the border blue, but hey, man, it has the fringes, man. And ain't no way you can tell me. Well, first off, ain't no such thing as coincidences. All right? This is Romans chapter 2, verse 14. For when the Gentiles, which have not the law, do, and talking about you Israelites, right? For when the Gentiles, which have not the law, do by nature the things contained in the law, these having not the law are a law unto themselves. Because when you look at it, man, you look not just Issachar, man. When you look at the Northern Kingdom, man, all of them, their original attire that they wore before we were conquered by the Spaniards all their original attire in some way, shape, or form had fringes on it, man. And that's just one example. We're not even talking. If I can say real quick, we're not even talking about the customs that they had as far as like purification and stuff like that, man.
Yeah, even Gad, they even had although it's incorrect, they had the name of the Lord, and they used to chant this during their. It's wicked as all hell, which proves even more that they're Jake too.
Yeah,
they're very stiff necked and just totally rebellious towards the Most High. But they had like wicked sacrifices and rituals that they did, and they used to call on the false name of the Lord, right? They said like Yahuwah, so some false name like that,
right.
the wrong pronunciation. But the scripture said what by nature, or you could replace that word with spirit. So by spirit they did that, meaning they just felt it within them, because the Most High he made us like that,
right?
One common thing amongst all the tribes is that we all like chicken. That's just one example.
All the tribes do.
All the tribes.
Yeah, if I could say also real quick, all the tribes, man, every single Israelite, man, they don't eat their meat with blood in it. Every single person. I remember when I was younger, man, there were situations where my pops would be like, "Yeah, we don't eat nothing with blood in it." And then I remember my Southern Kingdom friends, they would say the same thing, and I'm like, that's kind of it's kind of weird. And also, real quick, one thing that you notice amongst the tribes, man, especially you see with Gad, they wear headbands, man. They don't cover the top of their head, man.
Another common thing is what our common enemy.
Mm-hmm.
All right, every tribe, whether it be a 2/3, also they have an enmity towards Esau, Edom.
Yep.
All right, the devil.
Yep. All right, when we get Chronicles, or do you want to play the video?
No, hit up John 6:63 first, and then Revelations. Or the word that you think is best.
Yeah, because we just read the Spirit itself beareth witness with our spirit, right?
Right.
Let's get Revelations 19 and 10. We're gonna need to get John 6 and 6.
Oh, okay.
This is Revelation chapter 19, verse 10.
Right.
And I fell at his feet to worship him, and he said unto me, See thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant and of thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahushai. Worship the Most High, for the testimony of Yahushai is the spirit of prophecy.
Right. So
when you, if I can say real quick, when you read throughout the scriptures, man, when you have the eyes and the ears to see it, man. Hey, man. Throughout the scriptures is written prophecies, man.
Right.
Okay.
If I may say the curses are prophecies.
Yeah. If I can say real quick, we know who we are according to prophecy, and we know who the rest of you people are according to prophecy as well, man.
Mm-hmm. And it takes faith ultimately too. Yeah. It takes faith it takes faith to believe the things that are written in the scriptures were about you.
Yeah, man. We're faith-based Israelites, all right?
Okay.
So let's.
Yeah, right. So remember, the things that are written in the scriptures, what they have to be, and of course comparing to real life too, and the cultures of these different tribes. It's just it by faith and by spirit and by nature that you have to be the children of the Most High by spirit.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yep.
So
and we believe that there's no getting around it, man. We believe that we are the descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, man. Mm-hmm. All right, we believe that covenant was made with us. All right.
Yep. So I'm gonna play some key. Yeah, Lord's will. I'm gonna play key points of this video.
Yeah. Bring us some
of this channel called Geography Now, which is it's actually a pretty edifying channel. I would actually recommend brothers watch the channel if you can get past the cringiness of it.
You can get past the bones,
Yeah, but I'm gonna get the key points. Of the video, Lord's will.
Yeah, because if I could say, it's funny because they're describing what they think are Mexicans, right? Mm-hmm. But all that they're doing is just proving the point even more.
Yeah,
because they're like, oh yeah, look at these attributes of the Mexicans, quote unquote. But then it's like, nah, you're not fooling anybody, man. Yeah, that just further proves that they're from the tribe of Issachar, man.
Right.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, so this pertains to you so-called Mexicans, man. But your real identity is of the tribe of Issachar, man, which is one of the tribe. That's actual royalty, by the way.
yeah.
So you can't disregard that.
Yep.
So yeah, Lord's will. I'll play this. Lord's will be edifying.
Izzy, the World Trade Organization and OECD has ranked Mexico as the hardest working country in the world. On average, they work over 43 hours a week. That's it. Dude, that actually seems pretty low, too.
Yeah, you just heard these two Issacharites say, man. We read it. We just read it in Genesis 49, man. He is a strong ass couching down between two burdens, man.
Yeah, and that's one, and that goes back to their
Which I believe that number is really low. I don't think that's the right number, honestly. But go ahead. That's only 3 hours above Americans.
Yeah, and then the thing is, obviously that was an Issacharite talking, a real Issacharite, and the thing is, that goes back to their nomen omen. He is hired, man.
Yeah.
And how are the Mexicans known as across the world? He said across the world that the not Mexicans, well, you know, so-called Mexicans are known for being hardworking citizens, man.
I could read this.
And then into their cities, one of their major cities, man. And you see them everywhere in like whether it be shopping plazas, restaurants, you know, clothing stores.
Always see them working.
Whatever type of departments, business institutes, whatever it may be. I bet you're gonna find you're always gonna find an Issachar then and there working as hard as can be. You know, that's just in the spirit. You know.
Yeah, if I can get this, I'm gonna reread it. Genesis 49:15. He saw that rest was good, and the land that it was pleasant, and bowed his shoulder to bear, and became a servant unto tribute. All right. So yeah, you know they Issachar, man, they work hard, man. They work a lot. All right. That's facts. Okay. Right. No one can deny that. All right. That in itself, you know, should let you know, like, yeah, that's Issachar right there. You know.
Yep. And all the women look good too. I just had to state that.
That's all the tribes.
Yeah, that's all the tribes too. Get Deuteronomy 33:18.
Yeah.
Right, because before, because obviously one of the curses as well was that you're gonna have another nation from across the end of the earth, to come here and just totally wreak havoc, man, and establish city onto blood. And the spirit, so like in the scriptures, speak against that, man. All right, you can't just forget about the Spaniards, or the Edomite Spaniards. I'm not talking about because you do have our people sporadically in that cloth, you could say, amongst the Spanish. But I'm specifically talking about the Edomites, the Edomite Spaniards. All right, they came over here and just wreaked havoc and did the classic Edomite move. All right, and call things after yourselves, name cities after yourselves. Okay,
Keep talking.
And just totally destroying our people, man. All right, and conquering us. All right. Actually, matter of fact, the state, also like the country of El Salvador, all right, which pertains to the Zebulonites. It's called El Salvador, and that's actually pertaining to Jesus Christ, man. What was it? What was the real name? Something Christos.
What?
Talking about Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christos?
Jesus Christos, something like that. Either way, they based the false image of the Lord, Job 9:24, a classic, off of that country, man, El Salvador. If you didn't know, claiming that was claiming that he was his savior, man, and they did the same thing here, man. All right, the majority of the northern tribe are either Christians, or Catholics, hardcore Catholics. All right, you know, and that's part of that zeal, not according to knowledge, man. You know, want to say something?
If I could say real quick, the scriptures say Ephraim is joined unto idols, let him alone, right? And what, man, our people are heavy into that idol worship, man, because not only, what do our majority, because you mentioned the majority of people are Catholics. Hey, man, I've met a lot of Catholics, man, and especially Issachar, man, they love having those little idols, those, little saints, those little statues and stuff like that, man. That goes back to that, man. If I can get this real quick, this is Habakkuk 2:12. Woe to him that buildeth a town with blood, and establisheth a city by iniquity.
Yep, and they Slovakia.
If I can say real quick, go ahead. No, go ahead.
And they did the same thing to the Asherites, man. Mainly, I'm talking about the so-called Brazilians. All right, because they were conquered by the Portuguese. What language did they speak? Portuguese.
They're all Edomites.
Slovakia, they were conquered by Portugal. My bad.
Yeah.
Portugal. By the way, they were conquered by them too. In around that time when the damn Spaniards came, man, they conquered them, and they left them in shambles, man. You got these Asherites, which is a totally flip around of what they were known as. That they're known as being happy in the scriptures. Guess what, man? They're killing their own kind like nothing. Yeah. All right, they're just totally slaughtering their own people on the streets, man. Literally. All right, that goes back to Deuteronomy 28:54.
Yeah, where it says we have an evil eye towards our own brother
for no reason, man.
Yeah, cause you niggas, the 2/3 niggas, man, they'll bully their own people, man, but they won't do shit to the so-called white man, man.
Right. And I bet these northern tribes are actually the same, which this video actually goes into it.
Oh yeah,
you're about to see some major coonery.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Oh man. Northern tribe, because they got the light skin color. I mean, yeah, I'm light skinned, but still, I'm talking about them, man. 2/3, they got that light skin color. They think that they're close to the. Hey man, there's northern tribes, man, that'll really think they're closer to the white man than Judah, man. Yeah, man.
Semi true, but come on, man.
That's not true. We're closer to Judah than Esau, man.
That's semi-true. Get on with Deuteronomy.
Which one?
33 and 6.
Oh.
13 and 16.
Deuteronomy chapter 33 verse 16.
Right, because but before the you were known as so-called Mexicans, but before that was put upon you by your oppressors, all right, the Edomites, you were known as the Aztecs, which in the Mayans, because as we're about to read, they of course mixed what's the word? They mingled each other amongst themselves, all right.
You sure it's not 18?
Oh, Salah, I read that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because Zebulon, Salakia, Zebulon and Issachar were together because when you see Zebulon, they're Central America, right?
Mayans.
Guatemala.
The majority of them are Mayans, and the Israelites, the majority of them are Aztecs.
Yeah, because when you see Guatemala to Panama, man, that's Zebulon, right? Well, that's Central America. That's right next to Mexico, man. You know, and they were. Oh, Salah. And they were, they mingled a lot with each other, all right?
And this precept is going to explain it.
Yeah, and if I could say real quick, because even today, also, of course, they don't like each other, but also a lot of them don't like each other, but also some of them still get along because a lot of, when you go to, like, California and stuff like that, a lot of them, Issachar and Zebulon are together, pretty much, you know? Sometimes in some situations, you can't even tell them apart, okay? This is Deuteronomy chapter.
They're animals though. You do got street games. The Christians can't.
Oh yeah, no, those are animals
them.
right there. Yeah. This is Deuteronomy 33 and 18. And of Zebulon he said, "Rejoice, Zebulon, in thy going out, and Issachar in thy tents."
Yep.
They shall.
The tents. Well, let's talk about them being joined together, man. Them abiding together at one point. Mm-hmm. Keep in mind, this only happened temporarily when the 10 tribes first came here.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
for a period of time.
For a period of time after what was the Assyrian captivity, we came here. Yeah. We came here to by the Euphrates River. All right, which for the other niggas that think that what was it, that the northern tribes abided in Africa? That's not true, man.
No,
you're not going according to what the scriptures say. You're going against what the spirit of Yahweh Shai, because that was prophecy and that happened. Mm-hmm. We this is our Sareth.
Yeah, it doesn't even make any sense what they're saying or what they're claiming, man. All right, because what, man? We'd have to be in this land, America, man, on this side in our Sareth, man. All right.
Yeah, because no one abided. Abided here, man.
Yeah, exactly. We're no man. Yeah, exactly. This Second Ezra is the 13th chapter, verse 19. Deuteronomy 33 and 19. They shall call the people unto the mountain. There they shall offer sacrifices of righteousness.
Yeah, of righteousness. Because at one point. Yeah, because those temples, the mountains of righteousness. That's talking about the temples, all right. And there's plenty of them. You know, you got I'm not gonna name names mostly because I can't remember them. But of course, brothers can look them up, and they're major tourist attractions. All right.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna remember
pyramids.
Yeah, the pyramids.
Yeah, those
the temples too. They made temples as well. When Guatemala, Honduras, Mexico, of course, you can't forget about that. Mm-hmm. And the majority of them were right, but those were those.
Oh yeah, that's further down. So
right, so this is concerning so-called Mayans and so-called Aztecs. They offered up sacrifices, right, righteous sacrifices at one point. And
continuing on,
yep.
They shall offer sacrifices of righteousness, for they shall suck of the abundance of the seas and of treasures hid in the sand.
Mm-hmm. I want you to read that verse one more time. But first, I'm gonna show you this clip. This part of the video. It's hella spiritual, but again, Lord's will you both be edified.
Indigenous languages. These tribes each have their own unique story and history that goes back thousands of years before colonialism, as depicted by petroglyphs, codexes, and Mesoamerican carvings. They had unique traits and traditions. The Aztecs were known for having a thriving economy, yet had brutal human sacrifice rituals. The Mayans were really good at math and had a unique system of seeing time in an endless cycle pattern rather than.
So you hear that? They had a unique sense of time, and the thing is, like I said, you did have Issacharites amongst the Mayans and some Zebulonites amongst the Aztecs. Okay, so really, this is concerning Issachar, man, and the scriptures talk about how they were in First Chronicles.
Yep, this is First Chronicles 12 and 32. Mm-hmm. And of the children of Issachar, which were men that had understanding of the times, to know what Israel ought to do, the heads of them were 200, and of And all their brethren were at their commandment.
Yeah, that's the point. And of course, you had it was back in 2012, which was total bullcrap. But where did they get that from?
Yeah.
They get that from the scriptures, the end of the world, which really they literally thought it was like the whole habitable world, which the Lord's not gonna do that. The Lord's not gonna destroy the whole world, but they get that end of the end of the age, the end of the earth. They get that from the scriptures, in one way, shape, or form. By the way, going back to the Aztecs, it said that they turned wicked. They turned to human sacrifices. Oh, if you can get that back in Genesis.
Yeah, Genesis?
Yeah. Remember, I wanted to read one more verse.
Which one in Genesis?
Oh,
you mean Deuteronomy?
Salakia. So anyway, and it was also a prophecy that the Lord was going to let them have an abundance of gold and other precious stones and riches.
Oh yeah, Genesis 33 and 19.
Verse 19, yeah.
They shall call the people unto the mountain.
Talking about the temples, like you see on the screen right here. This is
Yep.
what I was talking about, and then the pyramids. What's that? That's from ancient Egypt, by the way.
Oh yeah,
And through the spirit, go figure that the Israelites, through the spirit that they did most of the work on the pyramids.
Hey man, we always back there getting beat up by these by these
Hamites.
these dirty stinking Hamites, man. Africans, you natural born Africans.
Yeah, the real Africans.
Yeah, the real Africans. Anyway, Salakia. Yep, continuing on in verse 19. There they shall offer sacrifices of righteousness, for they shall suck of the abundance of the seas and of treasures hid in the sand.
Exactly. And the thing is, what were the Aztecs and the Mayans known for? Also, of course, minus the culture. They were known for their extravagant riches that they adorn themselves with. And who does that, man? Who does that?
That's our customs. If I could say real quick, because we had a drunk person come up to the camp. He was trying to make fun of one of our brothers, for having on hoop earrings and nose rings. And then it's like, well, that's our culture. What you mean? Just because you're an American now, so you look at that as that might be weird to you, but that's actually our culture, man. We adorned ourselves, man. As a matter of fact, when you read in the book of Exodus, when we were leaving Egypt, man, we spoiled the Egyptians, man. All right, and we took what? We took jewelry.
Yeah.
All right.
We didn't take stacks of potato. Oh, actually, we did take their cattle too. We took their beasts.
Yeah.
Exactly. We took everything. We spoiled them.
That's in Genesis. I mean, not Salakia. That's Exodus. If I can get it real quick.
Yeah.
This is Exodus.
You don't think Jake? You think they just took that for show? No, man. We most definitely we adorned themselves, man. The Lord says that he shall dig ourselves out. Roughly paraphrase.
Oh yeah, no. He said in Ezekiel. I forgot where it's at in Ezekiel, but it says that he decked us. Man, I can't remember off top.
Yeah, it's called the one. But either way,
he adorned us with jewelry and such.
Right. So the Lord, he rewarded us. Not rewarded us. He rewarded the Zebulonites and the Issacharites with riches, extravagant riches in gold, and that's when the that myth, it's possibly a myth, but it's definitely based off of what the extravagant riches is what El Dorado. That's one myth or folklore. Yeah. Because that came from them getting the riches that was hidden in the sands, man. But they got golden crowns. You can look this stuff
earrings.
Up. Yeah, earrings.
You always see
which they went off though.
Yeah, if I could say, because they started going too far with it. But whenever you see the ancient, the ancient Zebulonites and Issacharites, you see them adorned, man. All right, you always see the extravagant headdresses and stuff like that, which is our customs anyway. Like we mentioned earlier, we don't cover the top of our head, man. You see Gad with the extravagant headbands and headdresses with the feathers. You see the jewelry. You see the feather earrings and stuff like that, man. All that jewelry and stuff like that. That's our customs, man. That's what we did even in the ancient world when we was in Israel. If I can get this real quick.
It's to dress lavishly.
Yep, it's in our spirit, man, to be royal, man. All of us, all the tribes, man. All right.
God's on earth.
Yep. This is Exodus chapter 12 and 35. And the children of Israel did according to the word of Moses, and they borrowed of the Egyptians jewels of silver and jewels of gold and raiment. And the Lord gave the people favor in the sight of the Egyptians, so that they lent unto them such things as they required, and they spoiled the Egyptians. All right? Yeah, that's what we did, man. We spoiled the Egyptians, man. And it spoke about the jewelry and stuff like that. Yeah, that's something that we do, man. That's within us to do stuff like that, man. Even now, man, even in our lowest state, you still see brothers shining, man. Even on the highways,
Yeah.
You got brothers with real nice garments and stuff like that. You see brothers with earrings and such. That's our customs, man. That's what we do.
Right.
All right.
Oh, I can't forget about this. Hey, this was a.
Yeah. Oh, if I can say real quick, I forgot to mention real quick, because people talk about people always talk about those black only Israelites. I'm not even gonna get into all that, but I'm gonna say this: when they depict us in the ancient world, they always depict us as brown skinned people. You know, of course, now Ephraim have mixed himself among the people, like it says in the book of Hosea. Ephraim is a cake not turned. You see us now, a lot of us are light, but guess what, man? At one point in time, man, hey, man, we were what? People of, of course,
all the tribes were dark skinned at one point.
Yeah, we were all men. We were all men of color. We were all people of color, man. All right, but Ephraim has mixed himself among the people, because I was gonna say they always depict us back before we were conquered. We were what? We were they depicted us as brown skin and people that wore a lot of jewelry and had when you watched that movie El Dorado, man, we were all brown.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so straight here, that happened, through the of course the mixing, man. How is that prophecy gonna happen, man? Exactly. I wasn't talking about being in Hamite land,
right?
Yeah, and of course, like you see on screen, hey, man, this is part of the curses. You can't just ignore this, man. All right, they did the same thing that happened to the southern tribe happened to us, man. We had to catch that hell first, and that's like a common trend amongst the scriptures, man. The northern tribe always went into slavery first, so we all had our ass whooped by the enemy. All right, we all have the same common enemy.
Yep. Our enemy is Esau, Edom, the so-called white people. They are the biblical Edomites.
Right.
All right.
Right. Just to end off, we're gonna get what we see today as well, which is the heathen.
Did you want me to
looking up?
We already read a Chronicles, so lock you.
So the heathen.
Oh, that's pretty good. Yeah.
The heathen. What's it called? You got that precept?
Which one?
The enemy amongst you shall be above you very high.
Oh no. We have it's one of the curses in Deuteronomy. We'll play the part first, so we can read it to give the brothers more.
So right here, this part. This is this is something. This is according to the scriptures, man. But essentially, what the I'll just play Slocky.
Japan was the first Asian country to come in contact with Latin America, and today they can travel visa-free. Japan has opened up factories in Mexico and was the first country to respond after the recent earthquake.
Right. So wait, but the point was there that it set up factories, man.
Yeah, because
they showed you that's the corporate life. That's the corporate agenda that they want to pour towards Yasser Allah, man.
Yeah,
and personal testimony. Me personally, before coming into this truth, I went to Honduras once, and what do you know? You had a damn gook store over there, man. You had a gook. I can't remember if it was a fast food chain, but either way, it was a damn restaurant. I can't believe I even ate from that crap. All right, I can't believe, and of course, unsurprisingly, you didn't even have gooks working there, man. It was the other tribes working there, in there, man.
But who was the owner? Who's reaping the benefits? Not our people.
Nope, not our people, man.
Mm-hmm. And that's in their that's in their land, man. That's where they live. That's where they dwell.
Right.
This is Deuteronomy, and this is one of the curses, man. All right, that's part of the curses. All right, Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 43. The stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high.
Real quick, Japan. That's Ammon.
Yeah,
man.
What
the hell are they doing there?
Yeah, these gooks, man. They coming over there making money off of Issachar and stuff like that.
Come on, man. Really, across the Pacific Ocean, you're gonna go that far? Come on, man. Let's lower these heathens, man. And then the Lord made them low on purpose, man. We're supposed to be over them, but now they're over us. But hey, it's rightfully so, because we pushed the Lord to wrath, man. All right. Because as all tribes, we all paid that price
for being a rebellious nation. To captivity, man.
Yep.
Let me
Did you finish that?
No, I didn't finish it. I'm about to finish it. Give me a sec. Yeah, this is Deuteronomy 28 and 43. The stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high, and thou shalt come down very low. He shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him.
Right.
He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail.
Right. And I remember seeing a video of this cornerstone. I think it's corner store. It might have been like a Chinese restaurant. One of the Moabites or Ammonites set up in where Jake be dwelling. All right. And the thing is that in the back of the restaurant, they found like a skinned cat. Remember that video? It was like a skinned cat, man. The Jake came in and And the only people that was in that restaurant was Jake, waiting in line to receive that part of that death, man.
Yeah, man. Man, these gooks, man. I can't stand this, man. Damn gooks, man.
Legit,
feeding us garbage, man. Feeding us poison. Unlawful animals.
The last person you'd expect is the damn gook to be over us, man. You know?
Yeah, man. These little weak ass gooks, man. Go ahead, though.
I mean, that's the point. But I got one more point to make concerning what the coonery that goes on amongst the tribes, man. Because the southern tribe, they ain't exempt, man. You have Uncle Juan, man. You have Uncle Tomahawks amongst our people. Tribe.
Yeah, you Mexicans and stuff like that. Mexicans.
Yep. Yeah. All right, so I'm playing this real quick.
Mexicans.
In America, most Mexicans might say the countries of the Pacific Alliance, Colombia, Chile, and Peru. These countries have not only had a tied history under Spanish rule and do great business with each other, but they also piggyback off of each other's cultures. They love watching Mexican TV shows and movies. Mexicans love visiting these places. It's almost like they're just visiting extended family. In regards to Spain, all the colonial animosity has died down, fortunately. We're cool now with Spanish people, and they love visiting Mexico.
Yeah.
We're actually
old news.
The 2/3 are cool with Spanish people, so-called Edomites. Because guess what? Us men that are followers of Yahweh Shem Al Shai, we are not cool with you Edomites, all right?
Yeah, man.
This is Isaiah chapter 14, verse 21. Let me see. Yeah, verse 21. Prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise nor possess the land nor fill the face of the world with cities.
Yeah,
that's what's gonna happen to you so-called white people, man. You Edomites, all right?
Yeah, and real quick, and the thing is, like we said, our people aren't exempt because these Mexicans, they just want to, as well as other northern tribes too. Okay, because they're not exempt too. All right, they're not exempt as well. They want to forgive the so-called white man. You know, forgive and forget, man. Old news, like you saw on the screen. You know, that's old. Well, guess what, man? The Most High hasn't forgotten, man. But you spics chose to. You spics chose to forget what the so-called white man did to you, man. And like I said, I'm talking about the Edomite Spaniards, right?
Yeah.
They're the ones that put us in slavery, man, and caused us to have these Spaniard last names.
Put language barriers between us and the brothers.
Mm-hmm. You like to visit us.
Which is not working, all right. For you Edomites out there, all right, those that are in charge of watching us and stuff like that, man, all right. Those language barriers don't work, all right. You see brothers standing up preaching the word in all types of languages, man. All praise be to Yahweh Shem Al Shai for that.
Yeah.
If I could read this really quickly, or do you have a precept? Sirach 14, Salakia, Isaiah 14:1. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land. And the strangers shall be joined with them, talking about the Israelite foreigners. When it says strangers, talking about Israelites. Shall be joined with them, they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. Verse 2, this is the point. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids. And they shall take them captives, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors. Right, so yeah, you Mexicans, all right, you Mexicans, you can coon, you can be the biggest coon you want, all right. The two thirds of Israel are gonna die with the Edomites, all right. You're gonna get hit with missiles too. You're gonna get hit with the famine, the pestilence, and the sword, all right.
Just to name a few.
Yeah, just to name a few things, man, because guess what, man? The rest of us, man, we want the kingdom, all right? We want to see the so-called white man go down, all right?
We don't want apologies from you, man.
Yeah, exactly, man. We don't, it's not cool, all right? You still have to pay for what you did. The scriptures say it is a righteous thing with the Most High to recompense tribulation to them that trouble you.
That's
as it is written in the scriptures, man.
Yep. And the bygones be bygones. Come
on,
man. That stuff is over with, man. No. This is Ecclesiasticus or Sirach. Chapter 12, verse 10. Never trust thine enemy.
That's right.
For like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness, man. I'm going to read that one more time. Just close out as well. Sirach chapter 12, verse 10. Never trust thine enemy, man. So-called Spaniards, the Edomites, the Edomite ones, we can't trust them. Anyone that's not of this fold, meaning of Israel, we can't trust them, man. When you read Psalms, what was it, 83? I think it's 83.
What?
Where it gives the whole list of our enemies, man.
Oh yeah, Psalms 83.
The enemies round about us, man. We're just talking about these other nations, man. Ones the people that aren't of our lineage.
Mm-hmm.
But as of now, of course, what as of right now, the whole world is divided because what even right now you got Israel. Not all of Israel are of Israel. Talking about you 2/3, man.
I can say something real quick?
Mm-hmm.
Because, like you said, never trust an enemy, and they were talking about, oh, it's all good right now. Well, guess what, man? You Mexicans, you so-called Mexicans, the so-called white man, they still hate you. All right? You think it's cool right now because everything, everybody's kind of chilling right now, but nah, things are brewing up, man. If I could read this real quick.
Yeah.
Psalms 55 and 21, Salakia. Psalms 55 and 21, the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. Yeah, because what happens when these Edomites first came here, man? They jacked us up, man. All right? The brothers make mention, I forgot if it's what book it's in, but the brothers make mention, I remember, man, that Christopher Columbus, so-called, man, I believe his real name is Cristobal Colon. Yeah, he couldn't put his sword down for more than an hour, man.
Yeah, look at
Damn
the Red
devil,
Mark
man.
territory. Look, this is the Spaniards' territory, man.
Yeah.
Look at that. It's Issachar, all of Zebulon. Oh, and of course some of Benjamin's land, Benjamin's land in the Caribbean, and you can't forget about the Naphtalites and the Asherites. Because the Naphtalites, man, they were called black, man.
Oh,
they were called niggas. Literally, they called them black servants, man.
Yeah, if I could say, didn't you say that? I believe that the Spaniards called one of the rebels of the tribe of Naphtali "angry black boy."
Yeah, angry black kid, man. That's what they asked. That's what they called one of the
A northern tribe.
Yeah, of the tribe of Naphtali, man. A revolutionary, you could say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because if I could say real quick, because behind closed doors, man, not out in the public eye, man, these wicked ass Edomites, man, they look at all of us as niggas, man. All right, northern and southern kingdom, man.
Yeah, they call Gad. They call Gad on the east coast. They call them timber niggas.
Yeah,
and they call the ones on the west coast and the Midwest prairie niggas, man.
Yep.
See that?
They called us all niggas, man. All right, because to them, they know we're the same people, but it's the niggas, it's the 2/3 that are like, no, we're different. No, we're not. We're the same people, man.
That's right. And the thing is, and funny enough, that revolutionary in the local land where he lived in, I can't remember exactly what it was called, but it was in their indigenous tongue. The Spaniards caught on to the language, and essentially they called that area where they lived in Chile, which is the land of the Naphtalites. They called it Black Valley. Because of the amount of Natalites that were living there, man. When in terms of what calling us niggas, man, they called us black, man.
Yep.
They called us black. Can you believe that?
Yeah.
Calling the slaves black servants. There was a name for it, man.
Yep.
See, that's just another byword that we don't even know about. There's probably so many of them that we have to we lose count, man.
Yep. Calling us negro, calling us negrito and stuff like that, man.
But this just shows forth that you are sons of God, man. You're sons of the Most High, man. Living power. Because that comes with the benefits, which is what? Total domination of the world and the universe.
If I could say real quick, because we make this for the elect of the nation of Israel, all right? Because 2/3, they're gonna watch this and scoff, but the hopeful elect, they're gonna watch this and go, "Wow, all right." They might boost their faith, Lord's will, man. It might edify them on how proving furthermore that they are an Issacharite or another tribe's person to be like, "Oh, that's how they're Issachar." Oh, it makes much more sense, Lord's will.
2/3 are gonna see what's in the dialogue bubble, man.
Yeah.
Old news. Come on, man. Are you serious?
Yeah.
We can't forget about the atrocities that they've done to us, man. All right. The only thing we can do now is what? Hey, wait ye upon me, man. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. That's what we're gonna be doing. In the meantime, we're gonna be waiting upon Him.
That's right.
All right, because He's the ones that are gonna bring that ass whooping to our enemies, not us.
That's right.
So you got anything to say?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, because the scriptures say that we'll send for many fishers, because right now we're fishing. And later on, the hunting comes, all right? When the Lord comes, makes His return. When our Lord, Hamashiach Yahushai, makes His second return, man, all right? And brings vengeance upon all our enemies, all right?
That's right.
So, with that, we want to give all praises, glory, and honor unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakodash. We also want to give double honors unto our elders and apostles of Great Millstone, the men whom rule well, and the men whom taught us this truth, and a sincere shalom. Wa barakim, peace and blessings unto the elect of the nation of Israel. Shalom.
Shalom.